Are there any serious misconceptions about Marxism that we haven't touched on yet today that you think are important in understanding today's economy?
Yes, the big misconception is that Marx is what he wrote in Volume 1 of Capital, and it's all about employer-labor relations, and that everything else is outside of Marxism, that Volume 2 and Volume 3 don't have anything to do with Marxism, that finance and rent don't have anything to do with Marxism, and the economy is not an economic system. All that Marxism talks about is labor-capital relations, and you need a big state for that. And the state becomes the employer of labor. That's the trivialization of capitalism that I encountered at the New School when I was teaching there. It's changed a bit since then, which is why Richard can, I guess, be an adjunct there teaching part of the time. But they don't have enough money to hire full professors at the New School because their graduates don't get many jobs teaching what they learn at the New School. So they have to, they're in a budget squeeze. Yeah, that's basically the problem. Say the question once again. What the misinterpretation of Marxism? We already said it. Think Marxism is the big state. Marxism is Stalinism. Marxism is why Russia didn't develop, and they ended up having to have neoliberalism destroy more Russian lives than World War II destroyed. That's the alternative to Marxism, which proves that Marxism doesn't work, because Marxism is like World War II and its destructive effect on Stalinist Russia. The fact is that if the Russians would have understood volumes 2 and 3, they would have known what was in store for them when they let the American neoliberals take over. Marxism is, as I said before, there are two approaches to Marx. One is to start with biography of Marx, work forward, and segue quite quickly into Russia and why Stalinism failed. And the other is to look at Marx as the culmination of classical economics, including all of the critique of economic rent that went before him, the culmination of Adam Smith and Ricardo and John Stuart Mill and all the other familiar names. I could have said a lot of names that are not familiar that would have been in there. So if you're talking about Marxism as really a study of the laws of motion of modern capitalist society, not only labor and capital, but landlordism, property relations, financial relations, that finance, property, industry, and employment, and the role of government infrastructure are all different layers of the economy. And you have to look at the big picture and not all of a sudden use Marxism as a kind of tunnel vision of its own, only looking at what Marx wrote in Volume 1 of Capital. I think I mentioned, as I was a kid, my father would take me to his friends, and I think I mentioned before, they all had the 3 volumes of Capital on their shelf, the Charles Kerr edition, that red kind of, and I'd sort of be a little bored while they're watching the football games or whatever, and I'd look through the volumes, and I'd noticed volumes 2 and 3 had never been opened. They were all tightly bound. Volume 1 was open. That's what made it the beginning. And I realized that most people who called themselves Marxists didn't really read Marx.